So, as you know, Kitty spoke with Ray yesterday, got her side of things. Um, I can Kitty can tell something's off with both stories. We don't know who's omitting stuff and who's adding stuff. Um, so she called Gigi yesterday and was like, "What happened?" Because when I spoke to you, it wasn't so bad. It was just like, between two girls. How did your gang get involved? And I was trying to cause she instantly was just like, "I'm so sick and tired of this. How is this my fault? This, that, and the third. I just wasn't gonna take it in the chin anymore." And so Kitty was trying to tell her, "Gigi, nobody is upset at you for getting back at Chatterbox. It would have been fine had you just been like, he wrenched me, therefore I wrenched him. But you took it up a notch and took his mask. Even if it was just between Chatterbox taking his mask, yeah, but you were you're aware that your best friend said that she would kill you. Like, you knew the significance of this mask. So it was one of those fuck around and find out, I took the mask out of rage and now it's like, oh shit, I can't go back. But she was crying. She's just like, "I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I don't really care. She's just not my friend." She was over Raymond. At that point, Kitty was just like, "You know what? I can't help her see why it escalated," because she's like, "Why am I being blamed that things got escalated?" And I'm like, it nobody's saying no, don't go after Chatterbox. It's the mask. It's genuinely the mask. It's like it's fine. You can do anything else. And I tried to help her understand. I was like, "So you're telling me that if the clowns took SK's manor mask and shoved it up their ass, that your gang wouldn't go after them?" He's like, "No," which is why it's fine. Which is why exactly when. Then she goes, she somehow made it prove her point. She's like, "No," which is why my gang got involved. I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I'm asking if SK's mask got taken, you're telling me that your whole gang." I was like, because she's pinning the actions of the clowns as Ray sending them after her. But it's not. It's just genuinely, you took the mask, you disrespected the leader of the clowns. So all of those members are going to act on their own accord. They're their own people. They're not being told what to do. They're pissed off because you disrespected their leader. Point blank, period. Don't chat. I'm sitting there like, if the clowns did what she did to Chatterbox to SK, Terry would be the first person being like, "Oh hell no, we're finna light this bitch up." Like, it is what it is. It's just how it is, right? Like, nobody's telling them to ride out or convoy. It's just that they fucked with our leader. They would just do it and be like, "Don't worry, we got our get back." That's just how it is. That's how these these groups work. That's just how it is. Now, I want to say Kitty knows both sides are fucked up. Whether or not Ray is lying to Kitty that she did apologize, because to me it's like, it was a case of timing, because Ray says that she spoke to Chatterbox. Like, that would have been the best outcome of this whole situation. Like, "Hey Ray, your man's out of control. He's hurting your best friends." She handled that. She's like, "Please don't hurt the people that I love." Okay, now I already know people are gonna flood in and be like, "Oh, but what about SK?" Chat, you have to differentiate. SK and Gigi are not in a relationship. They're not. Okay, I don't know why you keep acting like they're in a relationship. They're not. They haven't been. Gigi's been trying to say we're not. They're friend zone, blah, blah. Stop putting the same expectations on SK, on how the girls treat SK, because she's not our best friend's man. If she was our best friend's man, sure, but fucking boundaries, blah, blah. She's not, okay? She's this fucking leader who, by the way, Kitty can't stand. Well, we're okay with him now. We're not we're kind of moved past it, because we've been talking more one-on-one with the gangs and understanding their perspective. Kitty understands from his point of view as a gang leader why he did what he did, but as a human being, as somebody who knew that we were Gigi's best friend, we can't let that slide. We're like, "You're not really cool for that," But you guys need to stop putting expectations from the girls to treat SK as though he's his boyfriend. He's her boyfriend. He's not. Okay? Stop putting that expectations. Chatty is Raymond's boyfriend. There's a different expectations there. Like, there's a huge difference there. Now, stop putting all the blame on Gigi. Because at the root of this all, the root of it is she's feeling hurt and betrayed. If I'm laying there hurt and the last thing I hear is my girl saying, yeah, it's her fault, that's all that's playing in your head when you're in the ICU is just that hurt, that pain, that betrayal. And then you wake up and it's like a dagger being pressed into your heart with Chatterbox. Supposedly Chatterbox made this phone call. We don't know. Chatterbox made a phone call saying like you shouldn't have woken up. That hurts. Now, with that being said, Gigi and Kitty don't take wrenching, hitting, like medical shit lightly. We're not afraid to ICU. So this whole, oh, because they're clowns, they do that all the time, why are you going to ICU? We take medical shit seriously. Which is why I've always said, don't take it lightly when you're hitting me with a fucking wrench. Like, you're literally hitting me with a wrench to hurt me. That's how we take it. Like, that's how we take it. So I'm so tired of people being like, it's just a wrench, blah, blah. It's a wrench to the skull. Hello? Stand here. Let me hit you with a wrench. Now, where Gigi is at fault, in the whole situation, Gigi's not at fault. Where Gigi was at fault is she... Whether or not she chooses to, because I tried to get her to see it yesterday. I understand your rage, but because of your rage, you knew what you were doing when you took the mask. That happens, and it's okay to happen. To err is to human. Sometimes you just see red and you just want to do the most hurtful thing, and that's exactly what she did. Unfortunately, that is like the one thing you don't do. You know, it's just like, I don't know. Like the intent, like it wasn't like, I don't know what the big deal is. It's just like, she can't even say that because she knows. When she told Kitty, she's like, yeah, I mean, a couple months ago, Raymond told me she'd kill me if I took the mask. So she was aware. Like, you're aware of that it wouldn't just hurt Chatterbox. You're aware that it would also just enrage and hurt Raymond. That's where Kitty is just like, okay, well, you done goofed, you know? Yeah, everybody understands her life back, but I don't think Gigi the character sees the significance of what she did. I don't think she's still seeing it as, why is everybody mad at me, but they can do whatever to me. But it's like, you can't seclude yourself and not announce your boundaries and expect people to know it when people have told you their boundaries, like when you're aware of other people's boundaries. Like, you were aware that this mask would do something. So you can't be like, well, I don't know why I can't do what I can, like what I do, but they can do whatever to me. Like, it's not the same. I don't know too much about, I only know. So Gigi told me that because Raymond said that the clowns only had, they can only fist fight and they only had wrenches, and that the manner where, this is where it gets iffy too, because you have to understand Kitty knows about the clowns. So I'm like, I don't see them as, oh, poor little innocent clowns. Like, we used to fear them, you know, we used to fear them. We only like opened up our perspective because of our best friend. So I don't see the clowns as so innocent, like, oh my god, don't pick on them, like, because she painted it as like the manner is bullying them. No, like, you have to remember, Kitty knows how vicious these people can be, how far they can be. We used to be terrorized by Chatterbox and Kirk and them when we would be at Roosters and they would try to blow up Roosters. So that was already kind of like, Kitty noted that during the phone call, like, they're not really that innocent. I know what they're capable of, you know, like we know what they're capable of. They're not too like, oh my god, like, I'm okay, except for Twinkles. You could tell me Twinkles shot somebody, I wouldn't believe you unless I saw it myself. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but in character too, we're blind about Twinkles. We don't see Twinkles ever. Like, he's just a little innocent man, could hurt nobody, couldn't hurt a fly. Like, I don't know, it just sounded like, what the fuck, like, what have I done? She's like, I don't care anymore, I don't care. She said now her gang would She said now her gang won't be involved, but it's like, I feel like all it takes is just one move from the gang for it to escalate, unfortunately, you know? Oh yeah, Gigi was crying on the phone last night after we called her. I think it's because she told us our side and I called and I'm like, what is happening? I was genuinely upset, like, because I was just like, we're just finding out that the girls is over. We're going to sell the house. So we're like, yeah, it was after our talk with Ray, we called Gigi. And I couldn't help her understand why it's happening, because she's just like, I don't get why, like, I don't like in her mind she thinks that Ray just expects her to just roll over and just tank it. But I was trying to help her understand that's not why Ray's pissed at you. You could have wrenched him over and over again. She would have been fine. But just know we all fucking love each other. We're in the DMs like, yo, that was so spicy. Y'all just need to like let the RP flow. And I get it. It means it's a testament of how great she is with how much you guys want to hate on her on Twitter. But she's playing the character so good. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. She was making me tear up when she was crying last night because I know that feeling, bro. I was like, oh my god. I'm actually mad at her for not being live when she did that, because that was like some Oscar shit, bro. Chance, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Kyla, thank you so much for the tier 1. Slash, thank you for the 2 months together. Zeeb for the 5 months together. Hello, hello, hello. Bro, chat, she went like, she put me through a roller coaster. She started off like the emotion she put me through, she would like, you could hear her like disappointment that I was like upset about the manor getting involved, to her getting angry that, you know, that she's being painted this way, to her bro, she went from like disappointed to angry to just like scared and sad and just started crying. And then she was like, you know, like, I love you, I miss you, I'm gonna be at the Pride Parade, I'll see you here. And I'm like, bro, she literally in one phone call put me through so many emotions that I sat there like, I need a minute. I literally like was like, I gotta, like, that was so I think it's not like she was saying she was scared, it's just like her voice just kind of like, you could tell she just kind of given up, you know? Like, if you think about it, Gigi's character just feels misunderstood from her gang's perspective and from the girl's perspective. Like, so she, in her, like, the character just feels like in her own head she's in her on a lone island, and she, like, honestly, she puts herself that way. She cocoons when shit doesn't go her way, and it's hard. Like, I had to learn that. I used to be like that, like, where I would like cocoon. So I get how she's playing that character. It's so perfect. It's so good. Oh yeah, dude. I've watched a lot of her characters. Like, one of her favorite is was it Rennie? Rennie or Remy from Wild RP? She's good. She's fucking insane. She's so insane. Bro, she ulted on me on the phone yesterday, and I was like, is this what it's like when I ult? Bro, because when I pull the tears out, I'm like, I've never been ulted on, and I got ulted on so bad. I just want to say you guys have just been so amazing too, and I was watching what did I watch? I saw something on YouTube, and then when I scrolled through the comments, people were just like, shout out for Angel for playing the villain, it can't be easy. And I was like, oh my god, they're like, people get it now. It's not just like, oh, let's just shit on this person. Like, they get it. It's nice. Is Kitty going to choose a side? No, she loves both sides and she gets both sides. But if you think about it, the root of this is Gigi is hurting because she feels betrayed by Ray. Like, that's literally I feel like in Gigi's eyes, she don't give a fuck about the clown. She don't give a fuck about Chatterbox. She just feels directly hurt by Ray. Understandably so, right? Because they have a more complicated friendship. And from Ray's side, she's just like, ever since Gigi, like, I feel like from Ray, she just felt like she was abandoned a while ago when Gigi decided to join a gang. It's literally that. Why does she feel betrayed? Because when she went down from being hit by a wrench, Ray put the blame on her. We were supposed to start with a clean slate, but I just think, even just listening to Gigi rant last night, I just think both her and Ray couldn't let go of the turbulence that happened in between. Like, they just couldn't. It just came back during conflict. It just all just came flooding back, like all the wrongdoings, like a listing off everything, like, oh, this, that. Like, I was just like, oh my god, what happened to clean slate? This isn't a clean slate. It was never a clean slate. Kitty is trying to learn that not, so the way Kitty is, so the way her character is, it's so annoying, but when Kitty loves people, it's like, it usually takes another person to make Kitty walk away from them. So she just doesn't give up on people that she loves and cares about. Like, you know how, like, in a relationship, people be like, oh my god, I love you, and then they break up, they're like, I can't fucking stand that bitch. No, like, I'm like, I don't get it. Like, you claimed you love this person. How do you fucking hate them now? Like, she's just not like that. She's not like that. She can't hate people. That... Bro, their therapy is gonna be 2 gunshots, fucking go at it 1v1. What do you mean? Gigi also mentioned that she didn't want to do therapy and they made her do therapy. Like, so I'm assuming, was it the Tessa thing? Was it the Tessa therapy that was there another, like, I was trying to think in my head, like, what other therapy did we do? It was a Tessa therapy, right? She said she wasn't ready for it, but they made her do it or something like that. Yeah, she brought that up. So it was Tessa therapy. I was like, there's only been one therapy. I was like, was there another therapy I was unaware of? Like, hello? Okay, let's go. Hey, neighbor! Oh, let me go clean my thing. I couldn't be a therapist, bro. If I was a therapist, I would do the Nutrin way. Just put them in a room, give them boxing gloves, let them, like, beat each other up.